What is all this talk about Tilted Towers, the absolute best location in all of Fortnite Battle Royale, being removed? If what we've been hearing recently is true, Tilted Towers may just end up as a myth. No, that's the wrong myth. No. There we go. There it is. But Tilted Towers may cease to exist as a landing spot for 100+ Fortnite players to dive down only to meet their doom seconds after. Yep, that's right. We've had a lot of rumors going around that Tilted Towers could be getting removed because of so many players stating how toxic it's made the beginning of games, which at first I was hesitant to make this video because there wasn't actually sufficient evidence to support such claims, but now we actually have proof that Epic will be taking action. Well, not absolute solid proof, but at least good enough proof that Tilted Towers may actually be getting removed from the game, and that's what I want to talk about in today's video. So what exactly happened that has turned the destruction of Tilted Towers from a rumor into a possible reality? A user on the Fortnite subreddit recently posted about how Tilted Towers hasn't been getting much love recently, especially from the developers, but he also stated something very interesting he spotted in game. There's actually a very bright blue meteorite in the sky, which seems to be headed towards none other than the one and only Tilted Towers. That is, if it is a meteorite that he's looking at. Now that sounds pretty scary, but to add even more to it, if you look at the end of the Battle Pass tiers, you can kind of see a blast or explosion being hinted at. There's a nuke emoticon, obviously meaning an explosion, flame stripes, and a dinosaur banner symbol at the second to last tier. So from all of this, the guy who posted this concluded that on the last day of this season, Tilted Towers will get blown up. This makes a lot of sense already, however, it gets even deeper than this. He also stated that the Fortnite map looks kind of like Poland, and Tilted Towers lies at just about the same position on the map where Poland's Poznan is located, which is the place where the Morosco meteorite struck. This all seems very spicy, so get your Frank's hot sauce ready, it's getting hot in here. These clues all seem to state that Tilted Towers has been doomed from the start, the developers adding it, knowing that they would one day destroy it. Okay, they probably didn't know that to start with, but to add even more to all these clues, someone recently discovered a comet in the game's actual source files, meaning that there definitely could be a comet ready to strike. Where exactly and how isn't 100% given, but all of what we've listed can't just be a coincidence with Tilted Towers. There are far too many clues for this to end up as simply a coincidence, so I'm really thinking Tilted Towers will be removed. So many players have been complaining about how Tilted Towers has ruined the game, that it's ruined the point of a Battle Royale game and how it's just ruined the whole dynamic. The developers have noticed that and want to end their atrocity with an epic ending, and that being a huge meteorite strike. Also, there's a bunch of telescopes that have been added in-game, which I presume furthers all the speculation because maybe those telescopes were added so we could look at a certain something in the sky. Okay, so that suggests that Tilted Towers could get blown up, meaning no more aggressive plays and dying in the first 2 seconds of landing would exist, or at least it would be turned down a bit. How else does this change Battle Royale as a whole? To understand that, we need to talk about how Tilted Towers has affected Battle Royale and how its removal could change the dynamics of the game. I've talked about this in another video, but I'll talk about it again. Ever since Tilted has been added, the spread of players throughout the map has become way less spread out and way less random or RNG based as it should be. There are far too many players going to the exact same places, and the main place being none other than Tilted Towers. You can guarantee at least a quarter of players dropping down to Tilted the moment they get off the bus, which for other areas of the map is extremely rare to see, and really it shouldn't be something that happens at any location. Nowadays, having around 5 people going to the same spot that isn't Tilted is a lot. What this means is that if you don't go to Tilted, you won't be encountering as many players as you usually would, meaning you won't get high kill games as often as before. Why exactly is because the majority of the people that go to Tilted will end up dying. That's why everyone memes that no one ever leaves Tilted alive. Going to Tilted could get you some fast and easy kills, don't get me wrong, and if you're good enough to survive there, good on you, keep going, but for the vast majority of players, it leads to a very, very expedited death, and this is no exception to even the best of players. Even skilled players oftentimes meet a very quick death if they don't land at the right spot just because it's so chaotic and tilted, and the game